What's going on, guys? It's Silent Mike from Super Training Gym. I'm here with my man Jim Mikke behind the camera. We're here just to talk about common mistakes we see in the deadlift and the squat. The majority of beginners are just a little confused maybe on their stance, both width and toes, where your toes go, where your spine goes. So we're just going to talk a little bit. Basically with the conventional deadlift, what you want to do is you typically want to get a pretty narrow stance. The wider stance I get, which does work for some people, a lot of taller guys, some strong man, my man Stan Efferding, he pulled something ridiculous like 837 with a fairly wide stance. But basically that's just gonna make your range of motion a little bit greater. My hands gotta go out wider, the bar's gotta go even further, gonna rest right here on my hip, almost like a snatch. What I wanna do is kind of take away that range of motion, a little bit closer stance. It's okay to point your toes out a little bit in the conventional. We're still gonna screw in our feet. We're gonna get a tight core. Pull like normal. Now my range of motion, my arms just hang a little bit longer. Every inch kind of counts in powerlifting. We're just trying to obviously get stronger, but we're trying to refine that technique to allow us to lift the most weight. Same with the squat. It's going to depend on so many different things like your leverages, your mobility, even your body weight, your belly, what else you got going on. But I see a lot of guys way out here, and if you can't get your knees out when you're squatting, you've probably got issues. A lot of it's mobility, some of it might be hip strength, glute strength, but all we want is kind of those knees to track around your ankles. It's okay, once again, to point your toes out just a little bit, as long as you're trying to grab the ground. 1 second. Can't do a photo shoot without a big pump. Got to get pumped. So you basically want those toes out just a little bit, screwing your feet into the ground. You're doing this kind of motion here, turning on your glutes, forcing those knees out. If I'm out here and my knees can't get out there, it's just not a strong, very strong position in the conventional, the sumo, or a squat. We want to be able to get out here. See, my mobility doesn't allow me to get out there, so my stance is moved in just a little bit. Now, talking about torso, you hear a lot of things about head up, arch your back, this and that. Those are kind of cues made for really fat guys back in the day. The common lifter now is a little bit slimmer, a little bit more mobile, and we like to control our spine with our neck. Typically we say neutral spine, not because your back's gonna blow out and your spine's gonna splatter against the wall, but basically we just wanna be in the strongest, tightest position we can. My neck's, chin's way up. Now my glutes typically go back, and now my hips are totally out of control. My bar path's gonna be all fucked up with both the deadlift and the squat. So we tuck our chin in, take a big breath. We're gonna pull our ribs down, almost like a quarter crunch, pulling those ribs down. Big breath into the bottom of your gut. Flexing through the whole lower part. If you're wearing a belt, you're gonna try to push out into that belt throughout the whole abdomen and low back, and then you're gonna be okay. So with the deadlift, it'll kind of look like this. You may even be looking down. Kind of narrow stance, screwing those feet in. My head's gonna be almost 2 feet in front. I'm trying to tuck that chin. Now my back's in a good position to pull. With the squat, depending on how you squat, if you have a little bit more upright torso, depending on where you put the bar, depending on where you put your stance, your eyes may be on the horizon, chin kind of tucked in, kind of upright stance, pulling those ribs down. I don't want to get here. Ribs down, big brace. Now I can kind of look on the horizon. I'm still in this straight, strong line. If you get a little bit forward lean in your squat, this is often okay, kind of like my man Lane Norton. He gets a big lean going. My man Ben Rice, they squat huge weights with a big forward lean on their upper body. That's okay, just you might want to look down a little bit now. That's kind of a stereotypical low bar powerlifting squat. Those are just 2 things I often see with beginning lifters. Hopefully they help you out, and that's it from SuperTraining.tv.